do some machining this weekend, but I decided that I really need to do priority things first. And the biggest priority right now is getting the shop cleaned and organized and the floor painted. Because there's mold in the floor. It's just a wood floor. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint half the shop. Because I don't want to take everything out of the shop. I'm just basically going to shift everything over to that side. Okay, well I got everything out of this side. I'm doing half the shop, and the center of the door is half the shop. The only thing I haven't moved, of course, is this big thing here. There isn't really any room over there to put it, so I don't know. I'm either gonna have to try to slide it outside or take it apart. This shelving system is actually designed to hold 1,000 pounds per shelf, so it's rated for 5,000 pounds, so it's quite heavy. Well, that wasn't too bad. Okay, well the next thing I'm going to do is vacuum the floor thoroughly. I'm going to sweep it really good to try and knock off all the stuff that the vacuum cleaner might not get, you know, stuff that's stuck to the floor. I'm going to sweep that, then I'm going to go over and vacuum it again. I'm going to go ahead and clean out the vacuum thoroughly before I do the next vacuum, because the suction isn't as high once you've been using the vacuum cleaner for a while. There may be stuff stuck in the hose. As you can see, this filter's all clogged, so get this real clean so I can get the best vacuum job. Okay, well I'm just going to apply this bleach with a spray bottle. I'm just going to go ahead and mix it up. I'm going to use a respirator while doing this. The first thing you want to do before doing something like this is finding the source of the leak, the water. Otherwise you're just going to have the same problem again. Actually, the main source of the leak over here was actually the door jamb, because this is actually an inside swinging door. But I guess most inside swinging doors are made with some kind of patio in front. So every time the water was getting in here, regardless of the weather stripping or anything like that, was just going down the door and running over this here. I don't know, maybe I should just replace the whole door jamb and door, but so what I did to remedy that was I put one of these aluminum canopies up, which has worked great. The last time it rained, we didn't get anything leaking in here. So the great big one over here was actually a 2.5 gallon plastic container of water that leaked out overnight. And this one over here was actually a hole that was through the wall for an air conditioning vent before I went to the window shaker over here. So, alright, well, it looks like the bleach is all dried up. Looks like it's done a pretty good job here, and certainly a lot lighter than it was before. So I'm going to be using this mold kill primer. You can actually use it directly on mold, but I figured I would at least bleach it and get, you know, most of the mold and mildew and whatnot killed. So actually I'm going to go over this one more time with the vacuum cleaner, and then I'm going to paint it with the mold primer. Okay, well there goes the first coat. Sorry the air conditioner's running, but I guess I should have cut in the edges for some reason. I guess I thought the roller would be able to get all the way up to the edges because I wasn't worried about the getting paint on the walls. But I'm gonna have to. Hey boy, no. I should have. Yeah, I should have cut it in first, and. Yeah, I've got these gaps too, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. Maybe caulk it or something. I guess I'm gonna do the cut in before the second coat. I'll wait for that to dry. I got about an hour for that to dry. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do the cut in. Alright, the cut-in's all done. I'm just going to clean out this brush because this is my good brush. And then I'll do a second coat. Alright, got the second coat on. And now I just need to let it dry for about an hour, and I'll put the paint on. Okay, the second coat is all dry. Now I'm going to do the actual painting. I'm using the stuff called Smooth Deck Over that I got over at Home Depot. Okay, well I bought like 3 gallons of this Deck Over paint about 3 or 4 months ago, and I thought I was going to do the job right away, but I wasn't able to get to it. I wanted to do it before the summer started. But now I'm trying to use this stuff and it's like gone bad already. There's like big hard chunks in here. So I ended up having to go and get some more stuff. And this covers 75 square feet in 2 coats. So basically what that means is you have to put on 2 coats, and it's 1 gallon per 75 square feet. So I actually had to get 3 gallons just to do half the shop, and I'm going to end up having to use 6 gallons. So now this stuff can actually fill gaps, and basically you do that first. You go along with the brush and fill in all the gaps. So that's what I'm going to do to fill all these cracks in the floor here, is pre-fill those and then come back, and then I will do the cut in, and then I will go ahead and roll the floor. and then I believe it has to cure for like 4 hours or 4.5 hours or something like that. Dry time 4 to 6 hours before recoat. This is Arizona, so I'm sure the recoat time is probably going to be 4 to 5 hours. So I have to wait 24 to 48 hours before light foot traffic. 72 hours for full cure. Alright, I'll start by filling the cracks here with it. Fills up to a 1/4 inch crack. Alright, did all the cracks and the cut in. I'm starting to think I probably should have gone one shade of gray lighter than this. It's so hard to tell in the store when you're looking at the swatches, you know. But anyway, I guess most of the floor is going to be covered with stuff anyway, so I'll probably hardly ever even see the floor. But alright, now I'm going to start rolling it on. Okay, well, yeah, it's definitely pretty dark, but it's done now. I guess I'm just gonna have to live with it. This stuff didn't quite fill the cracks as much as I wanted it to. Maybe I'm supposed to go back and refill them again before I do the second coat, so hopefully that works out. Okay, well, it's been about 5 hours now. It's actually looking pretty nice. Like I said before, I'm definitely going to have to try to fill the cracks and the joints in a little more here. Hopefully the second coat will be the charm here. Looks pretty nice. Yeah, close-up shot of it. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to do the same thing as I did before. Just try to fill in the cracks first, then I'll go around the edges to do the cut in, and then I'll roll on the second coat. Okay, well that's it. That's 2 coats done. Now I just have to wait about 24 hours for it to dry so I can put everything back in. So okay, well the right side of the shop is all finished. I got most of the stuff moved back in. I didn't put the big shelf in yet because I think I'm going to wait until I get all the drywall done before I do that. But it looks like it turned out pretty good. Certainly looks a lot better than it did before, and it smells a lot better too. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. I will be so happy when I have both sides done. Over here still looks pretty bad. But this is the worst side over here. Most of the mildew, most of the water stuff was over on this side, but well, as usual, if you like this video, I'd appreciate the thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, there should be a subscribe button over there. If you'd like to watch some other videos that I've made, there should be some links down below here. And thanks for watching.